I was with my best friend and we were talking to my mom in my house and we were talking about how we're about to go to this concert, but our other friend couldn't come because he got grounded after a bad test score. So my best friend and I, we pull up to like the meeting spot where we walk to this concert, and who do I see there? The other friend pulls up, bro, and we gas up. We're super excited. Hadn't seen this guy in a year, and I'm like, yo, well, like, what the fuck? I didn't think you were coming. He goes, yeah, nah, I just came to surprise you, bro. I was coming the whole time. So what I realized this story can explain to you is when you're with friends who you like love being around, you're like literally like yelling like hey, like super loud, hyped up, smiling. That energy is when you have the least insecurity. Quality brotherhood is complete anti-insecurity. That day I was doing the dumbest shit, bro. Doing dumb dance moves in public. I was wearing this stupid ass robe and swimming goggles and like just going around laughing with my friends, talking to loads of people. Had an amazing night. And good things came towards me in that energy. People were really keen to talk to me. Like girls were coming and like really enjoying speaking to me. I mean, obviously you have to approach a girl first, but like everything was going my way because that's what happens when you're with like that really close brotherhood. It just boosts you so much once you've improved your social skills as well. I'm Finn and I help young guys build the dream social life that they've always wanted. And I do have a step-by-step guide on how to do that. If you're interested, click the link in the description. The other day, I saw this guy in the gym and he looked super scary. But I know like, oh, he's pretty big. He's at this like quite nice gym that I go to. So he's probably gonna be like a really nice dude. But I was scared. By the way, weird thing, the biggest dudes in the gym are usually the nicest. But anyways, I didn't go up to him, not because I wasn't scared, like I probably would have said hi, but I was with another friend. I just noticed that, like that emotion that came up, like fear. Because when you meet somebody new who's like got a physical appearance that's quite strong, it's like quite hard to go and speak to them because you don't know like if this guy's a threat or not, like mentally, like primal thoughts is you don't know if this guy's a threat or not. So what the best thing to do in that situation is to just go up to them anyways and just say like, oh, you're using this machine, some bullshit. And then you can see if they're nice or not. A lot of the time, I promise you the biggest guys are the nicest. Now, I want to give you this advice. He was probably just as scared of me as I was of him. Now, we would never go and speak to each other because neither of us went up to each other and said like, oh, I respect, oh, you looking big, bro, respect. That is probably why we haven't met yet. Nobody's taken like that scary step. But if you can be the guy to go up to people, say like, oh, you look big, give them a compliment. Say like, or for example, yesterday I messaged this guy who like said he really respected me. And I said like, you know what? I see a lot of potential in you. I really like you, bro. And when I did that, he was like, bro, that really means a lot. And so what I realized is every single person is doubting themselves at all time. And being a super social guy can be just as simple as making people feel like you like them just by saying things so small like, oh, like when you hang up the phone call with your really good friend, yo, love you, bro. Doesn't even matter if they say it later, like say it back or miss you. But the thing is, bro, you should always say miss you too, love you too, because that is like a search for a reaffirmation. Like when somebody says, yo, I love you, bro, you got to say it back because otherwise they don't realize that you do love them back. And a lot of the time we just forget to say this. But I mean, some people are also just not comfortable with saying it. But fuck it, just be that guy who hangs up the call like, play, I love you. I don't even care anymore if someone doesn't say it back, as long as they're like one of my good friends, Even if they're not, I don't really care. It's not that deep. So the first time I met this guy, I remember he said something to me. He was like, yo, you're really funny, bro. You got hella stories. Basically, I had gone to the sauna a little bit late to meet my friends. And when I first got in there, I was telling them the story about last night, how there was this girl who I was speaking to at like midnight or something. And she thought I was 23. I was fucking underage, bro. I was not. And I remember I told them the story about how I told her my age and she was like super shocked and all that. And I'm telling this story. I'm telling another story. And everybody's interested because, I know how to tell stories. I've been practicing a bit and also have like good story concepts. Every guy is interested in like dating life, no guy is going to hear you talk about like a girl and be like, nah, that's dead unless they're gay. You know what I mean? So the reason that I could do that story thing is because I wasn't scared to say like what was actually kind of going on in my life. especially because I was already with one of my really close friends. So I was very open being myself because I know that if this guy's close friends with my best friend, then he has to be chill. So when I was like, and the thing is, when I was about to tell one of these stories, I actually doubted it. I was like, is this a good story? Like, I don't know if this might be weird to say. But then I just pushed through. I just told the story anyways, and they loved it. You know, this takes some social intelligence too. You're not gonna tell your teacher at school like how you slept with a girl or something fucking nuts, right? Something crazy. But but a lot of the time you can just say like if you went kayaking yesterday, you can tell us like I can tell a story. Yeah, I went kayaking. We were finding these like green leaves, but they wouldn't light. So we found like these like red leaves, and but they would light a fire, and then we built a massive fire, and then this police officer spawned out of nowhere with his dog, and he told us to like put it out. That's a story just from like living your life. And yeah, you can maybe, you know, good storytelling is changing the details a little bit, because he didn't like say we're gonna get in trouble when like that. He just said, oh, make sure you put the fire out before you leave. You can like mildly alter the story as long as you're not lying, saying that just to make it a little more interesting, saying like, yeah, he told us to put the fire out. Same shit, bro. So yeah, just be willing to share those social stories. And the reason that you may not have many stories to tell is because when you're going out, you're not really going anywhere. That's why recently, this last month, I've gone out non-stop. I've been trying to make as many new connections as possible, have so many social experiences. It's kind of been like my really big holiday. And the thing is, I've gotten to the end of it, and I have people who want to hang out with me. I have like trips that, you know, we might go and plan. It's my life. Oh, and you know, you have a dating life now. Like when you go out and you're like putting a lot of effort, eventually you're gonna find a girl who like you might really click with. So now I have all of this to go ahead in the next 6 months, or maybe 4 or 5 months, where I'm really dedicated to building my channel, where I'm gonna blow up, where I'm gonna change a lot of people's lives. And now I have a good group of friends, or I'm closer with my friends, and I've got more stories, and I've got more experiences, and I'm happier with my life to go forward with. And that's why I think everybody should take like 1 month, or maybe even it's just the Easter holiday, 2 weeks, to go out as much as possible. Go to like the amusement park, just chat GPT it, or find some Instagram dude who like has good ideas. Go bowling, go dinner with the boys, go gym every day with the boys, like as many things with other people as possible. Meet as many new people as possible, nightlife as well, you know. Just bomb how many things, like have like a crazy amount of things you're doing, and it will change your life. And I absolutely promise you that I'm not even close to the same person I was a month and a half ago when I first did this. I was in Australia for 2 weeks. I was in like going out to new places. I've been in Hong Kong for a month, and everything is so crazy. Like my entire mental structure has changed. Like my thought pattern, the who I am. Like I'm not the same guy. Especially if you've just finished school, I promise you it will be the most life-changing thing to just take a month, not to watch Netflix and be a dickhead, but to genuinely get out there and be like super social while also like training and being quite healthy. Like eat as clean as possible and be as social as possible. You know, like if you're drinking and smoking cigarettes, I feel like beyond that, anything beyond that is terrible, like drugs, fuck no. But if you're every now and then like you're having a drink with your friends, but by the way, like drinking every single time you go out, maybe not the best shout, but I'm saying like also, you know, if you have a good friend, you go to the gym. Here, one time I went to the gym with my friend and I saw this guy, and I kind of like yelled out from across the gym. There was like empty space, and I was like, yo, what's up, bro? How you going? And that might seem like really weird in your mind, but once you do it, it's not. And we ended up talking a bit, and I was like, yo, you want to go get food right after? We went to get food, and then I said, yo, you want to go out tonight? So I invited him out on a super social night with me. And literally last night we were talking about it, and he was saying like, yeah, you're one of the most, like, you're very well connected. Like you know, he said he has no idea how I know as many people as I do. And he told me that because I had reached out to him that time and invited him out, we had gotten so much closer. That's when I realized everyone wants to be invited to something cool, something fun, not necessarily just like getting drunk with like a bunch of losers, but you know, if you have access to a good group of people who are really kind and funny, and you can introduce people to each other, you're offering like a sense of such strong value that you can't really find anywhere else. And that's really worthwhile. Now, the last point that I want to make in this video is sometimes people are going to test what you believe. Like, for example, when I tell you, you know, go out there and be as social as possible, at school, there will be people who say like, oh, why are you trying to be social? They're testing you. Now, the problem is it's my information that I'm giving to you, so you can't always carry the same conviction as me immediately. But as you get time, like as I give you time to grow, as for you to time for you to improve, for you to like learn these lessons yourself through your own experiences while like having the advantage of knowing so much more than everyone else through my knowledge, which by the way, you can get more knowledge by clicking the link in the description, checking out my course or booking a free call with me. But people are going to test you. Like the other week, I just felt like I was in it. I was just feeling cocky. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to put my Insta bio as the king. Like, I'm the king, bro. I'm the king. And I just been like telling everybody. And some of the boys would take the piss out of it. And I don't really care. Like, it's funny, you know? I'm not going to get offended by them saying, oh, you're not the king. You're not the king. Because the reason I said, like, oh, I'm the king, I meant it in like a way where, you know, whenever we go out with the boys, I have a lot of people coming to say hi to me because I like saying hi to a lot of people. I know a lot of people. I like speaking to everybody. And that's where it started. But just because they're going to take the piss out of me saying, nah, don't do that, doesn't mean I'm going to change my opinion. This girl was saying that she hated that, like, I'm not wearing two watches right now because I got water in the other one, right? This kind of like, here, it's literally right here. I got water in this one. But I was wearing two watches, and this girl goes, no, that's atrocious. I just said to her, I said, well, sure, but I like it. I felt like wearing it. And she was also like insulting me, saying like, oh, I'm not that big. Now, the interesting thing is, that didn't last very long. Because when she did that, like, I know in a sense, like, maybe she's testing me, trying to see like how confident I am. But I also knew, like, yeah, well, I did feel like waking up and wearing two watches, and I am quite big, bro. I don't care. Like, I don't need somebody to necessarily tell me that every single hour of the day to know that I'm like in really good shape. You know, it's harder to tell on camera, but like I'm in pretty good shape. So when she was insulting me in these ways, all I did was say like, nah, I just played it off like it was nothing, and she ended up really, really liking me. That's like the long story short. But anyways, thank you for watching this video, bro. I really hope this helped. Love you lots. If you're interested, click the link in the description. Have a great day.